May I now call on Elaine to present our next topic and our speaker. Hi, Elaine.
Hi, thank you, Yeda. Thank you,
Carol.
Mars, and thank you as well, AB, for our previous sessions. Okay, so we can now move on to our next topic. Good morning again, everyone. I hope that you're ready to listen to our next topic entitled ODILO, Reinventing Digital Learning. So by the way, allow me to introduce myself. I am Elaine from the University Library, and I will be your moderator for this session. So before I introduce our next presenter for this session, I want to inform our participants that, as you can see, we're a little bit behind the schedule. So after po nito ang session with Odilo, we'll have a lunch break, and then the session, yung next session po supposedly with Servon will be moved at 1:30. Okay po. So after Odilo, we'll have a quick lunch break, then we'll resume at 1:30 with the two topics uh with Servon. Okay? Okay, so without further ado, allow me to introduce our presenter for this session. Our presenter is a Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Media Studies graduate from the University of the Philippines, Visayas, and has taken up units from the University of the Philippines Open University for Research and Developmental Management. She has handled trainings, seminars, and orientations for various audiences, including teaching and learning personnel, entrepreneurs, startup founders, and government-assisted projects. Please welcome Ms. Anvie Magbanua.
Hello, good
Hi, Ms. Anvie.
morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ms. Anvie, we can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Thank you very much for having me. And I'm very blessed to have this opportunity to be able to share the Udilo platform for my alma mater, University of the Philippines. So shout out to UPV, hello, and also to UPOU. So before I proceed, let me introduce myself. I'm Anvi. I am the learning coach and the customer success manager for ODILO Philippines. And we are very much grateful that University of the Philippines have already subscribed to ODILO at this point. So let me try to share my screen so as I can start already the presentation. Then don't worry. I know we have taken much of your time already, and I'll try to be as fast as possible in terms of presenting this one. So, can you see my screen now?
Yes, Ms. Anvie.
Okay, so thank you very much. So, let me start off with introducing Odilo. So, Odilo is your unlimited learning ecosystem. When we say unlimited learning ecosystem, during this pandemic, we have noticed or we had difficulties in terms of reaching out to our constituents, whether it's students, researchers, our fellow faculty, and staff. And it was a bit challenging at first for us to be able to get across the learning process that they have. And it's but fitting that during this time, Odilo came into the picture for University of the Philippines. And the unlimited learning ecosystem of Odilo acknowledges the fact that not everyone there's no singular way of learning. So the unlimited learning ecosystem is a customized learning material or learning platform for University of the Philippines that is composed of the different resources, may it be ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, and at the same time, there's also the possibility of you uploading your own content into the platform. So right now, Odilo by the numbers, we are already present in more than 50 countries worldwide with up to 7,940 institutions already using Odilo. We currently are growing at 149 million users within the Odilo platform, and they have access to more than 3 million digital titles provided by our content providers of more than 5,900 partners that we have. So for this session, I will be giving you an overview of the digital library of University of the Philippines Visayas. At the same time, I'm very glad to be announcing that the ODILO platform will also be available through a mobile application in your Android and Apple phones or gadgets, and this is under UP Digital Library. And at the same time, UP has subscribed to the uploading of their own digital storage or own content of up to 2 terabytes. And this one, I will be discussing more further. So let me start with the digital library. Of course, the very first one or the very first step in order for you to be able to access it is go to the URL intended for mainlib or mainlib.upd.unlimitedlearning.io. This is the URL for the University of the Philippines system for their ODILO platform. Again, that is mainlive.upd.unlimitedlearning.io. So first off, of course, for you to be able to fully enjoy the platform, you need to do your own account and register. So for you to be able to register, you need to click login and you need to select your library or your institution. So it's a drop-down banner in which you can select whether from what campus are you from, and at the same time, you will be directed to the login. In the login, you will be having two options on how to sign in. You can sign in via your UP webmail, or you could sign in UP using your Open Athens. I believe for the university libraries, they are currently using the Open Athens, and we are very thankful that the integration for this one have already been finished, and it's very it is already a very smooth platform for us to be able to log in via the Open Athens. So if you log into your Open Athens, you need to provide the email address or your username, then the password for that one. So it's also very important to verify your account if there's a verification. But at this point, since this is directed to the university via your Open Athens account, there's no need to register already, or there's no need to verify as it is already directed to the login page. So when you are already on your login page, you can see several buttons on the upper right corner. The first one is the home. The second one is the notification. The third one with a circle here, the colored circle here, it would be your account. There's the question and there's the search. So I'll be discussing more further about those icons later. So when you log in into the platform, you will be first greeted with what we call the ODILO banner. So the ODILO banner gives you a perspective of what are you going into. So what is this platform all about? Also, some other institutions uses this banner in order for them to make announcements or for them to be able to advertise something for the institution. So for this one, I believe the control for this one is intended or being controlled by the UP Diliman Library. Next off, another feature into our landing page is our carousels. So the carousels are a selection of customized topics or customized resources that is being curated specifically for the institution. So for this one, I believe for UPV, for UP system rather, the collection will be clustered according to the discipline. So if you have a special request, please feel free for the carousels or for the banners, please feel free to email your respective librarians and forward the concern to UP Diliman admin so as we can make changes into the platform. Again, we would like to reiterate that the ODILO platform is a customizable platform that would serve the needs and wants of the institution. So let me proceed with your account. So under your account, if you have already logged in, you will be able to see the titles or the resources that you had for checkout. At the same time, there's the hold, your favorites, your list. At the same time, if you have purchase suggestions that you suggested, It will be shown in here. At the same time, your checkout history, the books or resources that you have borrowed, your searches, the challenges that you are currently or have finished already, and device management. ODILO, in the ODILO platform, you are allowed to log in into up to 7 devices. Both, it could be your work laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, your another cell phone, or you could also log in into your home device if ever. And it would also show you when you last accessed the account. Moving forward, of course, for you to be able to search for the resources, usually there's the general search, and you can click into the button on the upper right corner, the search button, and you could just key in the title or the keyword that you wanted to search into. You could have your search filtered via the publisher, the author, the date it was published, or the year it was published, and at the same time through languages. You could also view searches based on the type of resource that it would be offering. So you could filter if you wanted just the ebooks or the videos or even the magazines to be shown only. At the same time, when you click your account under checkout, you will be able to see the titles that you have checked out. So in here, it shows when will be the expiry of the resource and how much time left before it is being taken back into the system. Just to reiterate, a user can check out or borrow up to maximum of 5 resources simultaneously, and these resources will be available for 21 days or unless it's being modified by your admin panel. Next off, when you try to open the resource that you have, you will be able to do and see several details. Below, if you can see here below, it already gave you the name of the publisher, the language, which series, what are the audiences, its publication year, and its theme. Also, on the upper corner or center of the screen, you will be able to do and mark your content. You could rate the content. At the same time, you could mark it as your favorite. You could also do the notes here, or you could share that resource into your students or fellow researchers or fellow staff, in which they can use it also into their own platform or into their own research. At the same time, there are 2 options on which you can read or view your resources. We have one, which is the knob reader. The knob reader here is an ODILO. It was developed by ODILO. The knob reader is an ODILO developed software in which it allows you to read or view your resources online. So when you try to open your ODILO platform and have your resource rather and use it or open it via the knob reader, you will be redirected to another tab. So that tab will be opened, and you could see in the upper corner, there's the sign for maximizing or viewing it full screen. You could also do the bookmarking, and there's a play button. So there's a play button because there's one feature of the knob reader, which is the text to speech feature. Also below here, you will be able to see the toggle bar in which you will be able to browse the resource, and it also would display how the percentage of accomplishment or the percentage of pages that you are currently reading or will still need to read. There's the menu button that also displays the chapters, the searches, or you could do searches. At the same time, the bookmarks and the notes that you have in a particular resource. It also would show you the statistics, your reading history, if it is available for offline reading, at the same time, the readability settings and voice control. So let me proceed first with the text-to-speech feature. So kung medyo tinatamad ka or di kaya you are on a commute and just wanted to magpalipas oras na hindi ka nagbabasa, or you're not into letting your mobile phones or your tablet out in the public, you just wanted to listen, there is the text-to-speech feature of ODILO that allows you to just listen. And you could also adjust the pacing for this text-to-speech. Another one, for our offline reading, we highly recommend that you download the Adobe Digital Editions. So for you to be able to have offline reading for your resources, all you need to do is download the software, then select the Adobe Digital Editions, and it will be redirected or downloaded already into the Adobe Edition platform. So if this is your first time, or if it doesn't download automatically, you can just add to library. Just make sure that your PDF download is your file download is either in PDF or ACSM, and then just to add to library. So I think that ends the feature or the short demo or the short introduction for the ODILO platform. So ODILO already have a team ready both in Spain and here in the Philippines for your concern. By the way, ODILO is a Spain-based company, but we have currently offices here in the Philippines. And if you have any concerns, please, there are at least 3 individuals who will be able to help you any time of the day. Sometimes there is a slight delay in the action being provided because we have time difference with Spain and PH for I think 4 hours, and we are very much available still from Monday to Friday. It is also very important for us, if you have concerns, to email your concerns and possibly provide screenshots, so as we will be able to directly address your concern. If it would be not the 3 of us, for sure this will be addressed by our office in Spain, because all your concerns are already being put into a queuing system. So I'll just do the live demo. This will just be fast, and I'll just proceed next with for a while. I'll just stop share first. Then I'll be doing the demo for the UP library. Okay. So here, as you can see on my screen, we are already into the UP library using our URL, which is mainlive.upd.unlimitedlearning.io. Then if you can see, I have already signed in into my account. And currently, we are consolidating and we are doing our personalization of the carousels that we have. But this is first your banner, then this below here is your carousel. And at the same time, when I click my resource for the user area, I will be able to see which resource I have checked out. And for this one, like for example, this will be expiring on March 28th at 9:28 a.m. and I only have 13 days left for me to be able to read it, or I could automatically return it. So if I read it, I will be redirected to another tab, which is the knob reader tab. So mhm. So can you see the knob reader?
Yes po.
Okay. So this one, I have the option to disable the hand tool. I also have the option to have this bookmark this particular page, or I could do the rotating it clockwise or counterclockwise depending on what view I wanted. And at the same time, I can do it or I can have it on full screen mode. So this is what I was telling you earlier for the text to speech. There is a play button here, and it will just be playing the text.
In socializing development MDBS work through the governments of benefiting countries. Generally assuming that these governments rule in the best interest of the population. In several contexts. This assumption and a lack of adequate MDB risk assessments ignore that it is precise lithe ruling elite posing the biggest threat to human rights and democracy. On several occasions, it could be shown that governments used the money of development cooperation to strengthen their position and to repress civil society, Human Rights Watch 2010. Third, the predominant technical or economic view of development.
So that's it for the text-to-speech feature of the knob reader. If I would be doing the bookmark, like for example, I'll just do bookmarking. I can highlight this one and have it bookmarked and added successfully, or I could add notes as well. So if I wanted to add notes to this one, and I'll just, for this particular resource, the note taking or the putting of your notes is not allowed. There are several resources wherein you cannot do the note taking. But there are also resources wherein the text to speech is not available, particularly for those that haven't registered yet with the current language of ODILO. Basically, there are at least 3 languages that ODILO is currently doing. Medyo weird lang kasi pag there's some text-to-speech for Filipino, but medyo weird lang siya pakinggan because right now we are still not available for the text-to-speech na tawag for the text-to-speech na voice recognition or the text-to-speech platform for the Filipino language. But going back, I would also have device management here. So you can have up to 6 devices into your account. So makikita mo if you have other devices registered beside the account that you, or beside the device that you are currently using. So as I was saying earlier, you are allowed 7 accounts na kailangan or na pwedeng ilagay for the platform. Okay. So I'll stop sharing muna. Then I would like, are there any questions before I proceed?
We can answer their questions later po after your
Okay.
presentation, Ms. Anvie.
Sige po. Okay. So I think I'll just proceed with the presentation. So with that, I just would like to share to you some of the features or some of the best practices of most of our clients here. So we have numerous clients already worldwide. This includes Vodafone, also Nestle, Samsung, even the public library for the National Library for Malaysia. We also are catering here in the Philippines major institutions such as the National Library of the Philippines. We also have USC, University of San Carlos, De La Salle University. At the same time, these practices are being done. There's actually currently we have noticed that most institutions have already maximized the use of their banners for theme-based occasion. Like for example, it was recently Women's Month. So last March 8th, there was actually a new banner that was given or that was uploaded to all platforms in celebration for the International Women's Day. At the same time, there are campaigns that are being launched and announcements, particularly like for example for University of San Carlos when they have activities for the kids or for their students. It's like they have a reading activity or they have a reading contest. We do customize their platform or their banner, and we announce that into that platform. And at the same time, RVM Cotabato have used their banner for them to be able to maximize and announce their dean's listers and awardees for the current semester or current period. At the same time, same is true with our carousels. There are carousels made based on occasion or based on campaign, and we also have launched our top reader or top borrower activity for us to enable and encourage the usage of the platform, because it's also one way for us to be able to help those under the admin of the institution, para naman sa huli hindi tayo nahihirapan to justify because there's a very big usage into the system. And at the same time, this one we are trying to launch it currently, under works pa siya, but it's already being done by international universities. They have influencer campaigns. They ask for testimonials from influential people within the institution. And sometimes this also is included in the customization of carousels. Like, for example, they are looking into the top resources being read by the president of the school. So, nangyayari din po na ganyan. And at the same time, we are very much open in whatever activity that we could do in order to help University of the Philippines promote and utilize the platform. And of course, we wanted to highlight that UP also have their own capacity for you to be able to upload own contents. And we can do a separate customized carousel for the uploaded contents for UP as well. So I think it's game time. Before I proceed, ma'am, I just would like to ask, ilan nga ang pwede nating mabigay na prize for the game?
Oh, for a bit, Mama, let me confirm po sa team.
Sige pa.
Hi, Miss Anvie. Maybe we can choose 3 winners for this game.
Okay, sige po. Same lang ma'am ang price nila, no? Or nagkakaiba tayo ng ano?
We have 100 Gcash po. Tatlong 100
Each.
Gcash. Yes po.
Okay, sige. Okay, so let's proceed with game time. So medyo madali lang siya. Please type in your answers at the chat box, ma'am. For the first one to answer the question will be given the prize. So first question, madali lang siya, what is the URL for the ODILO platform for UP system? Yan. Ma'am, is it Ma'am Elaine who will do the
Yes, po.
announcement kung sino ang...
Okay, ma'am. Please confirm na lang po if they correct. If they got the correct answer, I could see in my screen si Miss Richale Concesrama. Ang answer po niya ay mainlive.upd.unlimitedlearning.io.
Okay, it's mainlive.upd.unlimitedlearning.io. Congratulations, ma'am. Okay.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Next off, let's proceed with The next question. How many institutions are currently using ODILO? Sige, tingnan natin within the platform. May nakaalala? 8. 500. Wala pa ako nakikitang tamang sagot. Remember, this is institution. Worldwide, sorry. It's institution worldwide. Malapit. Malapit si 4-5. Okay, I think nakita ko na ang correct answer. The correct answer here is it's 7,940. I
So-
think si Ma'am Mildred?
Yes po.
Tama ba? Si Ma'am Mildred ang unang nakasagot ng tama. Thank you very much and congratulations, Ma'am Mildred. Okay, let's go to our last question. So our last question is, give at least 3 functions that you can see in your account menu. Yung sa account menu ninyo, ano ang pwede nyo makita sa account menu nyo? I think there are at least 6 na function. Oh, ayan, meron na. May nakasagot. It's Ma'am Jamela. So basically, in your account menu, you will be able to see your checkouts, your holds, your favorites, your list, your purchase suggestion, checkout history, searches, challenges, and your devices.
Okay, congratulations, Miss Jamela. So for all our winners, please wait for our email. I will contact you through email para po to give you the instruction kung paano nyo po makukuha yung prizes. So thank you,
Yay.
Miss Anvie, for that game. Very fun game. Mukhang very
Thank
active
you.
ang ating mga participants. Maybe we can now proceed to our question and answer. Sige po. I'll be sharing my screen lang po for
Sige po.
our question and answer.
Okay, I'll do the stop share muna.
Ayan. Can you see my screen po, Miss Anvie?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to the first question, how to search the apps.
How to search the app, just go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store, and enter UP Digital, it's UP Digital Library. But currently, please stand by. We will be able to have the mobile application in a week or 2. We were just confirming a few details with the admin, UP Diliman System admin, for us to be able to launch the app already.
Okay. Next, we have, for example, you have 5 days left, then return the book and borrow or read it again. Will it reset to 14 days?
Yes, it will reset to 14 days as long as walang nakapila for the hold. Please take note na depending on the number of resources or the number of copies available, ang mangyayari kasi is kung wala namang naka-hold and ikaw na naman ang susunod na magbaborrow, yes, it will reset to 14 days. But if naka-hold ang title, it will be given to the first one na nasa pila.
Okay, that's very clear, Miss Anvie. Thank you for that. Let's have, I think, the last question dito sa ating slide. Though, Miss Anvie, why is it that in my iMac desktop, I can't access the text-to-speech platform?
Oh, this one, I have to double check with technical because hindi naman ako nagka-problema when I was using my MacBook. I have to check with the iMac desktop. But if you encounter problems such as this, please send a screenshot to the sat@odilo.us that was provided earlier, or you could email me at agz@odilo.us US. And if ever, the text-to-speech platform naman kasi ni Odilo, it would depend on what resource are you opening. So, but if you do not have sa lahat talaga, hindi mo talaga siya ma-access, or if ever hindi mo siya ma-access, please feel free to send the concern to to us via email, so as we can also check on our end if yung problema kasi minsan kasi we have encountered concerns na ay hindi available sa kanila, but when I open it, it's available on me. So sometimes it's an internet connection concern din.
Okay, thank you, Miss Anvie. Maybe later po we can leave we can type yung sinabi niyo pong contact information sa ating
Yes.
chat box para po pwedeng i-copy na lang ng ating mga participants.
Okay,
Okay,
no
so
problem.
thank you po. And balik po ako sa chat box, parang may nakita, sana kaya ko pa siyang ibalik. Meron tayong question kanina for Odilo over here eh. Ayan. Are ODILO files downloadable for prolonged use, or is it just available for the prescribed period?
For this one, for offline use, it's just available for the particular period. Like for example, kung you downloaded it via the Adobe Digital Editions, you are only allowed a maximum, I think for UP Diliman, sorry, it was modified to 14 days. So you are only allowed 14 days. After 14 days, kahit buksan mo pa siya platform, you can no longer access that device or that resource. It will already be backed into the system.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Anvie, for answering all our questions. So far, I can feel, I think we've already answered all the questions we have here. And if ever you have questions, iniwan na po ni Ms. Anvie yung mga contact information nila sa ating chat box. So feel free to contact them, and they're very much willing to assist us with our concerns. Okay, so
Yes po. Regarding sa process of downloading the Odilo app, we will also be sending an email blast or a notification via UP Diliman if the mobile app is already available for download. We are currently looking into launching it by this week or next week latest for us to be able to for you to be able to conveniently have the Odilo platform into your several devices.
thank you for that, Miss Anvie. So thank you very much for this session. It's for sure this will be very beneficial for our UP community, and also aside from Miss Anvie and our previous speakers and yung mga speaker natin for today, we also have with us on board yung mga librarians natin from different constituent universities who are very willing to answer our queries, our concerns. So thank you po. We really appreciate your help. Our colleagues from different CUs, yung iba sa kanila is nagda-drop ng answers and contact information sa chat box natin. So thank you very much. And again, thank you very much, Miss Anvie.
Thank you.